So it's definitely a messy hairbun kind of day. So I wanted to talk a little bit about anxiety. So if you're anything like me, you're feeling pretty anxious right now with everything going on, and that is completely normal. You know, there's so much uncertainty, so much fear of the unknown and what the future holds, so you're not alone. But there is something you can do about it. Now, rather than the typical responses is when we feel anxious, we try to fight it, avoid it, or distract ourselves, or turn to coping mechanisms like overeating, opening that bottle of wine, watching too much TV, binge watching the news, and all of those strategies are very ineffective long term. So I'm going to teach you something today that actually gives you power over your feelings, so you do not need to turn to those methods to cope. So this is something that is called spinning. So bear with me. So it's based on the premise that all emotions are felt in the body, even your anxiety, okay? So what I want you to do when you next feel those familiar signs of anxiety, I just want you to pause and connect to where you feel that anxiety in your body. So if there was a location where you felt that anxiety, where would it be? So for me, this is always in my chest. It's this really heavy squashing feeling in my chest. So I want you to connect to that. And once you've got the location, then imagine bringing that feeling out of your body and place it in front of you so you can kind of see it just in your peripheral vision. So then you can start to manipulate the feeling of anxiety. So what you can do is just close your eyes and imagine starting to spin it. So you ask yourself, okay, if this anxiety were to spin, which way would it be? The answer does not matter. So I want you to imagine in your mind spinning that anxiety round and round, clockwise, anti-clockwise, whatever feels right for you. And just spend a few minutes spinning, and just see what happens when you're doing that, and notice the changes, because what happens when we start to move the anxiety, it starts to manipulate the strength of the feeling. So you may find that one way works and you actually feel it getting lighter and lighter and less intense. But if it feels like you're turning it up, you could actually go one step further. Okay, well, if I'm going clockwise, what if I try anti-clockwise this time and spin it the other way? Because by moving it manipulates the anxiety and the feeling and the strength of it. So once you've got the spinning motion going, you can take it a step even further and change the speed. So turn it up, make it faster, see what happens to the feeling then. Or push the anxiety spinning little ball further away, so the spinning's even further away from you, and just notice the differences in how you feel. Because the premise behind this exercise is that you have control over your feelings. You can manipulate them in the way you want, and you can control them and turn them up and down however you choose. So give that a try. Let me know how you go, and I will be talking a lot more about different techniques and tools we can use to help manage our emotions in this challenging time. So let me know.